All right, we're live. Let me make sure it's live on YouTube. Usually these things kind of go bad.
You gotta change who you are.
Talk real quick.
Hello, hello.
Usually these things kind of go bad. Talk real quick.
Hello, hello.
All right, we're
good. We good.
all right. I didn't answer questions for about an hour, so we could answer some.
Maybe keep that off camera.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
All right. He asked if any changes he should make. His roster is Allen, Najee, Keenan Allen, Deontay Johnson, DeAndre Swift, and Hurts is his quarterback too. He has T. Higgins, Devontae Smith. I hope that he's got to put in DeAndre Hopkins, I think. Don't you?
Yeah, I would play Hopkins over Deontay Johnson. Unless that's like a kicker. Unless it's like Dustin Hopkins.
Hope he doesn't have him. I think he got released, didn't he?
Who knows? People are picking up Cam Newton these days.
Who are we rolling with? Baltimore defense or Tennessee defense? Oh, Baltimore. I think Baltimore's defense can.
I think they're both good options.
Let's see who we have ranked higher.
Yeah. Be sure to check out www.thefantasyfanatics.com for all the greatest rankings.
All right, we have
This is a low energy stream. What's going on?
Baltimore.
Who the
Because it's kind of a low energy game coming up. Mac. Bateman over Hopkins. No. A lot of people are asking Bateman. I don't think so.
That is funny.
Bateman or Cortland Sutton? I think Sutton.
So I just put out a poll for people in our league who know my situation. It's either Sammy Watkins or Mac Hollins. I'm waiting for, Mac or Grant or Will to go pick up Sammy Watkins now. I put out a poll saying, would you rather start Sammy Watkins or Mac Hollins? And this dude replies with, I've been following football forever, got multiple fantasy rings and all. Who the hell is Mac Hollins? Meanwhile, Mac Hollins is winning the poll. Mac Hollins is looking good.
Those are some awful options.
Well, I will be having somebody tonight. Shall we talk about Odell?
Yeah. So I was going to tweet out earlier, but instead I chose to talk about it tonight. I think Cooper Kupp still remains the wide receiver one. Robert Woods and Odell are probably now
The wide receiver one?
the wide receiver.
In fantasy football?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd rather have anybody else.
DK.
No, God no.
No, I agree. Cooper Kupp.
And then because I think Cooper Kupp's Stafford's guy. I think he's the new Calvin Johnson. No, I'm just kidding. I was waiting for the head turn. I was waiting for the head turn.
I was like, what? Wow.
I see Odell probably being like a flex play, but has potential to be a wide receiver too, and then Robert Woods being his low-end wide receiver too, with weeks where he pops off.
I could see it. It all depends on what version of Odell we're getting, and also how quickly he gets familiar with the offense. Cooper Kupp, set and forget it every week. Robert Woods, probably a low-end wide receiver too, like Spencer was saying. I think Odell has wide receiver one upside. If he plays, as many snaps as Woods and Kupp is, and is like the old Odell, he can easily be a wide receiver one as well with how much they're throwing the ball and how good Stafford looks. I mean, Stafford in a lot of people's eyes is leading MVP candidate. So it's going to be interesting. If he's available for some reason, certainly pick him up. I know a few people are asking, do I pick him up off waivers? He needs to be owned in every league. If you're trying to trade for him, who is someone you would offer?
Maybe like would you offer Cortland Sutton for him?
Yes. Yeah. I would rather have Odell.
What about Hollywood Brown?
Let's do some would you rather have?
All right. Would you rather have Hollywood Brown or Odell?
I would rather have Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, I think that one's easy. Tyler Lockett.
Oh, that's.
I think with Russ back, I think I would rather have Lockett.
I think I would rather have. Oh, that's tough. I think they're extremely similar players for fantasy purposes. They're both. We talk about the Tyler Lockett weeks where he puts up 200 yards and 4 touchdowns, and then he'll have follow that up with like a 10-yard game. I think that might be how Odell is. Like he's gonna have some monster weeks in that offense, but we don't know how consistent he is.
We're still starting Mike Gesicki tonight without Tua, right?
1,000%. Yeah.
I think he's probably quarterback proof now.
Who else?
And I don't know if Jacoby Brissett is like that much worse than Tua either. So
hot take: Jacoby Brissett is the better quarterback. Is that hot?
he said pick 2: OBJ, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, Adam Thielen, Robert Woods. I think I'd have to go Allen and Lockett.
Yeah, I would definitely leave OBJ out of your lineups this week.
You might have to be leaving him out a couple weeks because he might have to, get used to this air raid offense instead of going with a ground and pound offense.
Well, I think
2 different offenses he's going to.
I think this week definitely leave him out, but next week I'd play him, just because you don't know how he's going to be involved this week, but next week he should be completely involved.
I think Rashad Bateman has been the most asked player this week. Like people ask if they should start him. And I've never seen that from a guy who's coming off of a what did he have last week? 52 yards.
I'm just not a fan of Bateman.
I think he's super talented, but he's like the 3rd target in the offense. Like I was
maybe 4th.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Rashad Bateman until I saw how good Hollywood Brown was playing. I mean, I thought Hollywood Brown would. Yeah, who do we say is above him? Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews,
and then maybe Sammy Watkins. We don't know how that's going to mix because they haven't played together yet.
I would probably still take Bateman over Watkins.
Bateman will at least be on the field from what we can tell. But, yeah, both are, I'd say, at best, flex options between Bateman and Watkins.
Should we do our game picks now, or is that a Sunday thing?
How about a game pick for just tonight?
Spread 7.5.
I hope that is in Baltimore's favor.
Oh, yeah.
It is in Miami without Tua, so they're probably going to be all hyped up because they don't have to deal with him. Yeah, give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens covering. You said 7.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Ravens covering 7.5. Miami's defense is actually pretty good, but I don't see them stopping Lamar Jackson.
I got an interesting. Also take Baltimore.
So what?
-7.5.
Yeah, I got an interesting over/under question for you.
What's up
for fantasy football? Lamar Jackson's projected for 25.7 points last time I checked.
I'll take the under.
You would take the under.
I would take the under. I mean,
that is a big number.
And primetime games are kind of weird.
That is a bit. Thursday night games are weird.
I mean, I could totally see it being like a 17-14 game.
I see this being sort of high scoring.
I think I am starting.
Which is why I put in Mac Hollins.
I think I'm starting just the Baltimore defense and Lamar tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Mac is starting Myles Gaskin and Rashad Bateman. So we'll have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Give me Mac Hollins over Bateman.
What?
No, I'm kidding. 100% would take Bateman. But when all your receivers get hurt, you got to, pull rabbit out of the bag. Let's see if we can.
Is rabbit out of the hat or rabbit out of the bag?
Can't rabbit be in either? Is that fair to say?
Should this be a poll question?
Yeah, do you, well, no, you can obviously pull a rabbit out of the hat, but can you also pull it out of a bag? Of course you can. No, we're going to get, taken down.
Is the most common
place to find a rabbit in a bag or in a hat. No, I will acknowledge that. I think I had a mini stroke there.
Rabbit out of the bag?
Why are we doing this? I'm going to take that down.
I want to see.
Use all my burners and just hype up rabbit out of the bag.
Should I do hashtag fantasy football?
Yep.
Let's see. All right, we'll leave it up for a little bit.
So we've gotten a lot of questions about buy low, sell high. How about we hit each other with some players, and then you tell whether you're holding, whether you're buying, whether you're selling. I'll hit you with one.
All right.
The surprise of the year, Cordero Patterson.
You selling high?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not buying low.
No, it's more like, would you sell high or would you hold?
I don't think, just because of name value, I don't think you'll get an RB1 in return like you should, who's better than him.
I agree. I would hold.
What about Alvin Kamara? now with Taysom Hill potentially starting, if Taysom Hill is starting for the rest of the year. Because you saw how bad he was with Taysom Hill last year.
Yeah.
I would sell.
I keep on hitting the whole. Yeah, if it all depends. I wouldn't take anything less than RB1 though, even with Taysom Hill.
I would ask for probably like Zeke.
Oh, if you're getting Zeke, I would take that in a heartbeat.
I think it has to be like a top
And
5
also
running back in
also
return.
Mark Ingram, the injury concerns. It's
That is a little developing story. I mean, there's a chance that
I'm hoping.
Alvin Kamara
I would love to
does
see
not play.
Kamara play, but I have Mark Ingram now, so I don't want him to play.
I think he's missed the past 2 days in practice. I would say tomorrow he would just need to get in a limited or full practice. But I did see a tweet, I think it was, Tuesday, saying that there's like whispers of an injury and they tried out 3 running backs but never signed one. So that's just something to keep an eye on tomorrow, if he practices or not. If he does not, and say he does not go Sunday and it's the Mark Ingram show, I'd have Mark Ingram around RB 25. What about you?
Probably about 20.
20?
Yeah. He'd be RB2. He should be getting plenty of volume with who's their competition, like Dwayne Washington? Is that it?
Do they still have Ty Montgomery? I don't know.
think so. I definitely think Ingram would be startable.
Yeah. Would you start him, or obviously you'd start James Conner over him? I was just thinking about a running back that's usually Melvin Gordon over him, right?
Well, that's a good. Yeah, I would Melvin Gordon.
But Javonte Williams, maybe Mark Ingram.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to retract that. I would start Mark Ingram if there's no Kamara over both of the Denver running backs.
I think I'd lean Melvin Ingram. Melvin Ingram's kind of surprised this year. Is that Tua?
Where?
That looks a lot like Tua.
Sell high James Conner. 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%.
I'd wait till after this week.
No, I would not. There's a chance he does worse. He just put up 35
But what
in
would you
standard.
ask in return? You'd have to ask for like a high-end RB2 or a low-end RB1, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Who's a player?
who you could get in return?
Yeah. Would you do it for Damian Harris? That's one I was going to ask you. I think Damian Harris is a sell high.
Well, he's hurt right now. It's going to be hard to sell him.
Well, I don't like Damian Harris for the rest of the season.
Would you take?
Are you a little worried about McCaffrey with potentially Cam starting?
No.
You still think
McCaffrey was a
RB1?
stud with Cam there. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the RB1?
Yeah. I would go the RB1. I think so.
I think it's between him, Najee Harris, maybe Dalvin Cook.
Would you rather have James Conner or Josh Jacobs?
Ooh, that's a tough one because I do not like either players. I don't even think I have one player.
I don't have either.
I don't think I have
league.
either of them in my 20 leagues.
Same.
I may have Josh Jacobs in like one where he fell, but that's tough. Probably Josh Jacobs because he'll be a rest of the season starter.
James Conner or Michael Carter?
How long is Chase Edmonds expected out?
I think it's 3 weeks.
I go Michael Carter in PPR leagues.
All right.
James Conner in standard.
James Conner or Uncle Lenny?
Oh, Leonard Fournette.
Okay.
I think Leonard Fournette's a top 15 running back.
I agree. That's why I picked up Ronald Jones, just in case. Last one here. Would you go James Conner, or let me find you one, Elijah Mitchell?
Elijah Mitchell, I think. I like Elijah Mitchell.
I like Elijah Mitchell, too.
I like Elijah Mitchell.
So for those watching who may or may not have James Conner in our league, those are the kind of players who would be acceptable to make offers for. Not James Conner for, I don't know,
Mike
Aaron
Evans.
Jones and Tyreek Hill. So just a little trade advice from
I'm surprised he hasn't sold him this
the
week,
fantasy.
though.
He's trying like hell.
I am worried that he is going to absolutely, just drop a 30 piece on me.
Who, James Conner?
Yeah.
There's no shot. He ain't like that. That's a one-off.
Another injury I want to talk about.
Okay.
I think it was Damian Harris. He's missed the past 2 days, and so is Ramondre Stevenson. I picked up Brandon Bolden just because my bench looks awful. I have guys like Cam Newton on there, when I'll never start Cam Newton because I have Lamar, but I just want to say I have Cam Newton. I dropped, I think, Jeff Wilson for him.
Ooh, yeah, I got a good sell question. Just came to mind. What would you do if you had Dalvin Cook right now?
I'd be worried. I'd be trying to acquire the Alexander Madison. For like, what would you think it would take to get Alexander Madison? Do you let this stuff like cool down a little bit until it picks back up, or like do you let it cool down? Maybe try to trade him like Sunday or Monday.
Well,
like trade for Alexander Madison. You got to make a move for Alexander Madison if you have Cook, though.
Well, or just try and ship Cook for like another stud.
I think you got to ask for somebody like nobody's gonna trade you McCaffrey.
Like Najee.
I don't even think anybody would trade you. Maybe Eckler. I don't think
Aaron
anybody
Jones?
would trade you Najee. Aaron Jones is another story. That's so frustrating because I think he played like 50% of the snaps against Kansas City.
A.J. Dillon's like he's a good player, but he is not Aaron Jones. Like Aaron Jones is
like really, really good.
Yep.
Like Aaron Jones is a super talented running back, and if he was anywhere else, I'd take that back. If he was starting for anywhere else, what would be some bad places for him to start?
Bad?
Miami.
New York Jets.
Miami is probably running back hell.
That is definitely one of them. Buffalo.
Yeah, that would be running back hell too. The whole AFC East, actually, just the
Not
AFC,
New England. Not New England.
Just the
Damian Harris been good.
look at Lamar. I'd say under for 25. I don't know.
I just feel like he's gonna run all over them because they've got a good secondary. Miami does. That'll be interesting.
I am excited to watch their defense, though. Watch the defense and Lamar.
Yeah.
Dang, I looked down at the time. I thought we'd been live for 30 minutes. Looked at it, 16 minutes. There's some things that we can talk about. Let's see the poll. Rabbit out of the hat. Rabbit out of the bag. 65% goes with the hat. I am amazed that we have not lost any followers. Bateman or Landry?
Sammy Watkins has pulled ahead of Mac Hollins. Do I make the change?
That's the poll no one cares about. The poll everyone cares about is Rabbit out of the hat.
It does have more votes in less time. I will say that.
That is...
I love how somebody comments that.
How does 35% think that it's Rabbit out of the bag?
Bateman over Landry?
I think so.
No.
I've just been consistent
Hold
with
on,
that.
hold on. I gotta fix this. Oh, this is weird.
I've been consistent.
Bateman over Landry?
Yeah. That's a question I've gotten a few times today.
Can we make a public bet?
No, I do not want to put any money on either wide receiver.
I'm confident in my guy Jarvis.
So you like Jarvis?
Hold on.
Is that the first thing that shows up when you type in?
Wait, what? Normally,
hot takes.
I was about to say normally it just goes to the website. Let me see. We have hot.
People aren't looking at our hot takes.
They're old. Who's it? Landry or who?
I hate when
Damon?
it does that. You gotta like.
I mean, just Cole Schick. What are we doing, dude?
No, that's me. That's all me.
Oh, really? Is it really?
That's all me. Look at Odell in a Rams uniform. Look how weird that looks.
Oh, it looks weird. I hope he's number 3. So we have Bateman at 32, and we have. Am I missing something? Where is he? Oh, Jarvis at 30. You're inconsistent.
Who did I rate higher?
Bateman by 1.
Okay, all right. Let's go. There's a reason. There's a reason. I don't know. Bateman could very well score 2 points, and Jarvis could very well score 20. I don't know, but
That's how it's gonna be.
I typed something out this morning. I've got to be consistent with it. I can't tell one person because I'm always scared like I'm going to contradict myself.
Mac Hollins has pulled ahead.
Nobody cares.
He has
about
stormed
this.
ahead of
Where's
Sammy
the-
Watkins.
Where's the rabbit
Mac
one?
Hollins will be in my lineup.
Where's the rabbit one?
Let's see. Do we have any YouTube questions? Are we just like completely ignoring them?
All right, so
Out of the hat's pulling ahead.
let's see. Out of the hat is taking the vote. We can delete it now. 21 votes. There we go. Good job, guys. Anybody who said rabbit out of the back, come on now.
Honestly.
What is your childhood?
Scum of the earth. All right. How would you rank these people this week? Corey Davis, Cortland Sutton, Rashard Bateman, Devontae Freeman.
Well, I would go Freeman.
Wrong. Cortland Sutton's first. Then Freeman.
So I go Freeman, Sutton, Bateman, and then whoever this
Magic
Corey
Mike
Davis.
White. Mike White. Mike. Did I just have a stroke?
Mike
White.
Mike White.
Magic Mike White. I think I just had a stroke.
I am a little bit scared of Mike White going into the Bills game. Because what if he just
Magic Mike. I would rank those people: Sutton, Freeman, Davis, then Bateman.
Wow, the hate on Rashad Bateman. I just know when Rashad doesn't have any catches tonight, you're going to say, look, Spencer, I told you. And I'm going to be like, dang it. Dag Nummit. Is it Dag Nummit or Dag Nabbit? I'm going to make a poll. No, with Kamara and Nick Chubb likely to be out, you still think Gaskin is a solid start over Mark Ingram and Dearness Johnson? I would say, if I had to rank those three, I would say Dearness Johnson, Gaskin, then Ingram.
Yeah.
Would you say the
I
same?
would concur.
I thought concur means you're arguing with the statement.
Oh my gosh.
Should we post that poll too?
No, just Google it. Just Google it.
Everything we say, we're going to start posting the poll.
Oh my goodness.
Look at old Jason Glazer. Worth up to $10 million. That's so much
That's
money
steep.
for a backup quarterback.
That's a starter salary.
That's crazy, though. Wasn't he making the minimum with the Patriots?
With the Pats? I think so.
I'm excited. I am going to go.
Just shows David Tapper's got it like that.
I am going to go to the Carolina game against Washington in a week.
Are you really?
Yeah. To watch Cam Newton's grand return. I think it'll be electric in that Carolina stadium. No, I thought about it earlier. I haven't.
Oh, I was like, wow, this is news.
I think tickets for like $40, $50 in the
For the
nosebleeds.
nosebleeds?
That's a lot of money.
Like eye level with the helicopter. Fly over you, try and throw a football at it.
Where they sat Jordan Love's parents. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That is so disrespectful. I'll be sitting up there with Taylor Heineke's mom and dad. John Johnson on Odell going to the Rams.
Yeah, I
I
saw
wouldn't
that.
really want to go there if I was him. Oh, if you had the chance to leave Cleveland and go to L.A., you would too, John Johnson. Oh, John Johnson used to play for L.A. Is he kind of taking a crap on him?
Oh, yeah, big old Duke.
Maybe.
All right, full PPR. Just got offered Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Bolden for Jonathan Taylor, Hines, and Higgins.
That's a W.
I have Henderson.
That's such a W.
I have Henderson, Michelle, J.J. Taylor, and Carlos Hyde. Dude, what are your running backs?
Dude, oh my gosh, Nick Chubb and Tyreek Hill for Jonathan Taylor and
Hines and Higgins. Yeah.
that's a dub. Yes,
Yeah,
take
accept that.
Why would somebody offer that? That's such a W. That would probably get vetoed in our league.
Well, it depends on who was offering it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Feels probably Will and Grant.
It gets
Nobody
through.
really
Yeah, it
argue.
gets through.
But if it was me and you, oh man,
Set
there
fire
would
to
there would
to
be
the
people
tree.
in the streets
There would be
saying no.
They would show up on horseback just to veto the trade. With
There would be
pitchforks.
some major problems if we tried to offer up a trade.
You know how we did that one in that one league where we got kicked out? But you know how we made that one trade? Should we do that in our league just to see the reaction? Just to get the reaction?
We could probably trade no-namers. Like,
I'll trade you my defense and my kicker for Devontae and Najee. And let's just,
I
just
think
see what happens.
I think I should trade you Cam Newton for who's your worst player on your bench? I should trade you Cam Newton
Ronald Jones.
for Alex Collins or for Van Jefferson and see if it gets vetoed.
Oh, that would 1,000% get vetoed.
These people hate us. I'm telling you. Our league
They're
does hate us.
conspiring against us.
Isn't that a league going to fantasy league?
We should just kick them all. That way, it's just like we play like 1-on-1 every week.
I'd like to pull the rabbit out of the hat on that one.
Right out of the bag. All right.
These people falling. These people watching.
They just turned over
What are
our
these
stream.
guys talking about?
With Tua not playing tonight, would you still start Gesicki over Pat Freiermuth?
Yes.
I would too.
Yes.
Gesicki's a unit.
Gesicki, like we said earlier, is quarterback proof.
He is tied in 3 on the season. Shout out John.
Oh, yeah. Prayers going out to Ryan. I don't know if you heard, but his grandmother passed away a couple days ago.
I did hear that. Shout out Ryan.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Ryan.
Prayers out to Ryan and his family. Just
Yeah.
wanted to throw that in there.
That is tough. Happy late birthday too, Ryan. I know I wished you a happy birthday on your birthday, but happy late birthday. Even though he said he doesn't watch us.
He did.
Even the episodes that he's on, he doesn't
Are we a
watch.
bad friend that he did have to remind us?
No. I was just going to tell him later in the day.
I don't think he'd remember my birthday.
He wouldn't remember mine.
I'm not too offended. I'm not like. I hope that didn't. What if he's just like sitting by his phone all day waiting?
He's like,
saying,
I know.
Where are the Fanatics? Where are the Fanatics?
I'm 2-0 over Spencer. Maybe he won't tell me happy birthday.
Speaking of Ryan, my fantasy hockey team, dude.
Wagon.
Absolutely. I just can't be stopped.
I quit playing after the second week.
We are facing off in fantasy basketball. Seth Curry did play tonight. That is a little frustrating. Whew.
I was
Might
trying to
take
drop
back
him
the
earlier.
lead.
Can't lie. I was trying to drop Seth Curry.
Is Jay Glazer about to drop a bomb?
And drop an egg. Humpty Dumpty looking dude.
Okay, what is your deal?
That was mean. I'm sorry.
What is your deal?
Let's see.
Do you think if we did fantasy basketball content, it would be liked? I don't think so.
I'm sure it would. How
I
about
think
fantasy soccer?
we've had one fantasy basketball question in our whole career. Do you remember what that question was?
Yeah, it was. Oh, I do. It was Cole Anthony, or was it Quickly?
Yes,
I mean,
it
Quickly.
was,
I do remember that. Yeah.
And it was before the season, and I looked at Quickly. I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" So I told him Cole Anthony. Now last year that was wrong, but this year
it's right.
Cole Anthony is a bucket.
Yeah, he's a walking bucket. Yeah, for those who are watching, we do fantasy basketball, baseball, soccer.
Obviously,
hockey.
we're 0 for 1.
We're
so
big
don't
fantasy
take-
hockey guys. Big fantasy.
Never got a
hockey.
hockey or a baseball question.
I think your combined record in hockey this season is what, like,
We are 7-1. 7-1.
just dominant.
So we are dominating.
Yep.
It said, let me check the YouTube for this. See if there's any questions. If not, we'll wrap it up. Oh, big Dynasty League trade question for y'all. Can you guys see this? Yes, Chase, we can. Hit us up with the question. I got to find a way to put the comments, like, right there. But I just can't find a way.
Maybe just leave your phone up there.
Put a stand.
Just duct
right
tape
here.
it to the laptop.
Put, like, a stand right here.
Yeah.
We'll wait for Chase's question.
We
and then
will wait for Chase.
We'll wrap her up.
What time did he ask if we can see it? 'Cause maybe.
7:41. So
Okay.
It was.
I hope he didn't just ask and leave.
it was just a second ago. Where's Jay?
He probably doesn't know we're live.
Jay always.
Jerome Cunha.
I hope he has our post notifications on Twitter. If you don't have our post notifications on, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Do you even follow the
Exactly.
Fanatics?
Like, what are you doing?
When we look back in like 2 months when we're verified, what are we going to think about this moment right now?
I wonder how many people we're going to... Here's the question. Team A receives Lamar, Mo Alley Cox, Michael Gallup. This is a dynasty league. And Team B receives Stephon Diggs, Mac Jones, Juju, and a second-round pick.
I'm taking that second one.
I'm taking Team B.
I'm taking the Team B.
So Mac Jones, I think, has some quarterback, dynasty value.
Sure.
And then Mo Alley Cox, I think, doesn't. I don't think he'll ever develop into something.
Second round pick's always nice as well.
And then Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup could actually, really turn into something.
He's got to move. He's got to go to a different team.
But I also think Team B receives Juju.
And Diggs.
Yeah, and a second-round pick. I think Juju has dynasty value. I think Juju could be good pretty somewhere else, too.
Yep.
You think if he goes to Kansas City, what is he, like a flex or a wide receiver, too?
If he goes to Kansas City, you could say that about pretty much anyone except Josh Gordon. Was that a
Don't
low
even
blow?
get me started.
He could throw on the
His
Gordon jersey.
two other teams were Baltimore and Kansas City this offseason. If he went to Baltimore,
It'd be
I
even
think
worse.
dude is like a low-end flex.
You wouldn't even see the field.
Yeah, I don't even think. I think he's borderline
if
starter.
you can't see,
Would
the
you
field
sign him if
over
you were
Robinson?
Baltimore though? Because you have Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, and Rashad Bateman, and then you still have Sammy Watkins. Yeah, I wouldn't sign him if I was Baltimore.
No.
OBJ though does not affect Cooper Kupp's value. He was the wide receiver 1 when before he signed. He's the wide receiver 1 after. And that's a Devontae Adams owner saying.
I mean, maybe that pushes like DK like even further ahead.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you
Sunday morning. Yep.
What time?
6:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll try to go live. What? 11:30.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
All right.
Depends on the big soccer games.
Oh, stop. See y'all.